this. One obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defense's manager Adrian Andrews to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, given confident with the sentencing Jane, who exactly is guilty of murder? I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bail before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bail's secret? Alright. Why does he... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks to be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is a superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Hold it! A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would guess it was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? Hold it! So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you push on its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Ooh, this is most interesting. The boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? How do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when Friday night went to Switzerland. And this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for one. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Yes, let's continue with your testimony. Who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Ron and myself. It's a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are many people with the same bear in this country. This looks like it can be easily broken. Plus if someone wants to get what's inside. Well, it's a toy. It can never be the same again once it's been broken. Knows that this bear is actually a small container or a jewelry box. I never told anyone. As long as Ron never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. Two of you, huh? Well, of course, that means we shall continue now, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have to come to realize there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next, witness. Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by one Cletus from Roman's Celeste Impacts. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. But just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. Celeste makes a really beautiful handwriting. It seems it says beautifully sent her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left before she committed suicide. Order! Witness! Did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edwards' pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made now. I can't stop you, can I? I mean, there's so much. Just get my hands on it. Just going to burn it. It's the whole thing. I'm deeply sorry. I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note out loud. Very well. The judge's voice rang out loud and clear throughout the deathly silent courtroom. In her notes, Last Impacts left us to a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Ungod. About being engaged to Carita and Ungod's role in destroying that. About how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Impacts had to say. There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungod. Then what? How insensible is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word! That Ungod values above all else is refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost! Ungod's fought that would be for herself. This time he was beyond that. How terrible, what a selfish person. There's no room for doubt. The killer's planning towards him take a suicide. The only person who just knows that badly is the family. The barrel just then said it's running in his house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfless. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape this one? By the hesitation, Phoenix. Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. Now I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation through one of those. The battle is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry! Suicide note and the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue?
Objection!
Please wait, Your Honor! Look at that lawyer. Still going at it. Doesn't care that he's trying to get a kill off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that I'm not killing or attempting this now. Yes, that's correct. That seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Corito until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Ungard could not have known that this was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of that. Of it that way. Exactly. I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order, order, order! You made a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Adroit, what is your opinion? This is fast. I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the... The camera was in my possession. Not Ungard and the victim both followed the other as the biggest rival. Even as far as users type of act to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Ron Corito, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungard. Order, order! Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking that I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that. It's not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Some bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Ungard's fingerprints were on there. Next. Looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's very obvious that Mr. Ungard loaned him the suicide note for this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now, what's the lawyer thinking? Oh, man, that man the bad killer guy. Shut up, come look at it. He's sweating, it's just so nasty. Yes, Chief? I'm going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Just running away like I fly in child rock? You know, it seems like Mr. Edge is very close to putting a lid on this case. But, even at this point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. The good prosecutor gets scolded, but now remember to look into the item when he had the chance. For not remembering to look. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that he is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So, you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence.
Take that!
That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside the bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed! Oh? So? As to whether this poor little piece of evidence was really written by Mr. Impact or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting. Mr. Wright, are you saying that the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you're the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into the bear? How dare you!
Objection!
Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever.
Objection!
But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it! What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person who could, other than the victim who could solve the puzzle, is the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote so you could use it to frame Matt Ungard. I didn't know such thing.
Objection!
Right! If you're going to pronounce the suicide note a fake, and show this court some evidence to support your theory.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, you were the only one who presented the scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of the proof lies with you, the prosecution! Ugh! That's enough! Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? The defense state the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think I will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Ungard is guilty. Look, any can tell you that. It's the end of this line. Guilty, 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 guilty. Oh, come on, there's too many guilties! What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What is it with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. Let's keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty! 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 Nope, not doing it. You hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. Wants to come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor! Edgeworth, catch!
Take that!
Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time! Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day.
Objection!
Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of paper evidence in that time. Can we really obtain the results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. Wouldn't it be better if we atoned for the day and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised, I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Report! Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time to spit it out! Right, it looks like we just missed him, son. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and his rush to get away. A few things? Use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you asked, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys aren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. If my hookup jump car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and wearing every red light. I was that kind of murderer, huh? There's something among them that would be necessary to end this. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me! No one can stop me. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? Got to hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh why did you have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? That's right, there is a way! What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this.
Take that!
Why are you bringing up Francesca at a time like this? Oh, I see! I'll try and get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but still have she's all we have. Francesca, does she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. White. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff! There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. Probably finish up the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.